Standard 10th and Subject English. Friends, today we are going to learn and discuss 2.4 An Epitome of Courage. Friends, we are going to discuss on warming up and chit chat of 2.4 An Epitome of Courage. Friends, this is an inspiring story of one of the greatest scientists in the world. In spite of his dreaded disease that made him handicapped, he continued his extraordinary research work with great courage. That is an epitome of courage. धैर्याचं मूर्तिमंत रूप हा पाठ आपण पाहणार आहोत. The lesson An Epitome of Courage talks about the courage of one of the greatest scientists of this century and how he overcame his disability and became a living legend of cosmology. Before going to discuss this lesson, now we are going to discuss on warming up and chit chat. So, open page number 61. Chit chat. A strange truth. Handicapped are those who refuse to take up challenges. Handicapped are those who refuse to take up challenges even with all their senses and physiology in perfect condition. Physiology is the study of how the human body works. Physiology is the study of how the human body works. Okay, friends, it is a strange truth. Which one? Handicapped are those who refuse to take up challenges even with all their senses and physiology in perfect condition. मित्रांनो, हे एक विलक्षण सत्य आहे की ज्ञानेंद्रिये आणि शारीरिक कार्यक्षमता उत्तम स्थितीत असूनही जे लोक आव्हाने स्वीकारण्यास तयार नसतात तेच खरे दिव्यांग असतात. हे एक स्ट्रेंज ट्रूथ आहे, हे सत्य आहे की ज्ञानेंद्रिये आणि शारीरिक कार्यक्षमता उत्तम स्थितीत असूनही जे लोक आव्हाने स्वीकारण्यास तयार नसतात तेच खरे दिव्यांग असतात. अंडरस्टँड अँड डिस्कस द अबोव ट्रूथ. आता आपणाला सांगितलेलं आहे की वरील सत्याविषयी समजून घ्या आणि चर्चा करा. हाऊ कॅन यू एनकरेज सच पीपल टू चेंज अँड बिकम कॉन्फिडंट? How can you encourage such people to change and become confident? Discuss at least 4 to 5 ways you can do the above. तुम्ही त्यांच्यात बदल घडवून आणण्याकरिता आणि आत्मविश्वास निर्माण करण्याकरिता कसं त्यांना प्रोत्साहन द्याल? आणि असं करण्याकरिता किमान 4 ते 5 मार्गांनी चर्चा करा, 4 ते 5 मार्गांची चर्चा करा असं सांगितलेलं आहे. आपण आता या विलक्षण ट्रूथ हे जे आहे याबद्दल चर्चा करत असताना हे वाक्य समजून घ्या पहिला की ज्ञानेंद्रिये आणि शारीरिक कार्यक्षमता ज्यांची उत्तम स्थितीत आहे आणि असे लोक आव्हाने स्वीकारण्यास तयार नसतात तेच खरे दिव्यांग असतात. हे जे एक विलक्षण सत्य आहे. आणि अशी जर कोण तुम्हाला माणसं भेटली असतील तर त्यांच्यामध्ये बदल घडवून आणण्याकरता, त्यांच्यात कॉन्फिडन्स निर्माण करण्याकरता त्यांना प्रोत्साहन तुम्ही कसं द्याल याबाबत आपणाला या ठिकाणी चर्चा करायची आहे. द डिस्कशन शुड बी रिलेटेड टू द पीपल हू आर नॉट रिअली डिसेबल्ड मेंटली ऑर फिजिकली. दिस ट्रूथ इज अबाउट द पीपल हू आर मेंटली अँड फिजिकली परफेक्ट बट अवॉइड, हेजिटेट or neglect doing something challenging. By some reasons, they are not ready to change their attitude or fixed ideas. They don't wish to change their mindset and stick to their passive and inactive attitude. ही जी चर्चा आहे की अशा माइंडसेटची माणसं की जे शारीरिक कार्यक्षमता त्यांची खूप चांगली आहे, परंतु एक त्यांची अशी वृत्तीच बनलेली, त्यांचा एक माइंडसेटच झालेला आहे की कोणतीही आव्हानं स्वीकारायची नाही, एक पॅसिव्ह निष्क्रिय राहायची सवय ज्यांना लागलेली आहे, त्यांच्यातील बदल घडवून आणण्याकरता आपणाला ही चर्चा या ठिकाणी करायची आहे. थिंक अँड ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड द रिझन्स बिहाइंड दिअर इनॅक्टिव्हनेस or indifference and try to encourage them and give them confidence. पहिल्यांदा आपण विचार करायचा आहे की त्यांच्या इनॅक्टिव्हनेस, निष्क्रियतेमागं कोणतं कारण असावं. ते नेमकी कारणं आपण शोधून काढून त्यांच्यामध्ये आपण आत्मविश्वास निर्माण करायचा आहे. पुन्हा लक्षात घ्या मित्रांनो, द कोट इज ॲब्सोल्युटली ट्रू. विच कोट? हँडिकॅप्ड आर दोज हू रिफ्यूज टू टेक अप चॅलेंजेस even with all their senses and physiology in perfect condition. This quote is absolutely true. If a person has all his limbs and still chooses not to live his life to the fullest, then they are leading a handicapped life. Being disabled or handicapped is not about being unable to do something. It is about choosing not to be active despite having the ability to do. It is about not taking risks just because of the fear of losing. Just because the fear of losing. And a life with no challenges is a handicapped life. And such people can be encouraged in many ways. There are so many ways to encourage them and give confidence in them. It may be the number one, know his mindset, know his handicaps and obstacles. We must know his mindset. We must take information about his handicaps and obstacles. Then take to him in friendly manner about his good qualities. You must tell him that what and which are the good qualities in him, which are the best manners in him. You must identify each and every good qualities in him. In this way, that person will realize the best qualities in him. So, take to him in friendly manner about his good qualities. Third one, give examples of successful persons who faced the challenges. We must give them the examples of successful persons who faced the challenges. Then advise him to be brave, advise him to be courageous, and advise him to be active. And next one, help him in the fields where he lacks. He lacks confidence, he lacks courage, he lacks boldness, he lacks openness, etc. So help him for all these things. Also, making them take on challenges in life by giving them an inactive or incentive. Making them take on challenges in life by giving them an incentive. Showing them, next one, showing them how their contribution matters and making them understand that not taking a risk is a risk in itself. You must understand them that showing them how their contribution matters and making them understand that not taking a risk is a risk in itself. Also, another ways to create confidence in them, that giving them examples of good people, successful people, or people who strive to be better each day despite having some sort of disability. despite having some sort of incompleteness. Okay, and then making them understand that the secret of leading a better life lies in doing something worthwhile each day. Okay, in this way, we can create them. There are so many ways for that persons to give them and create them confidence in them. If we use all these strategies, all these things, all these facts, then we can definitely create a lot of confidence in such people. Okay, next one. There are pleasant and polite ways. There are pleasant and polite ways of referring to people with physical and mental disabilities. Fill in the below box. Fill in the table below. The question. Listen carefully. There are pleasant and polite ways of referring to people with physical and mental disabilities. Fill in the table below. Previously used term and new polite terms. मित्रांनो, शारीरिक आणि मानसिकदृष्ट्या अपंगत्व असलेल्या लोकांसाठी काही सुखद व सुसंस्कृत शब्द वापरले जातात. प्लेझंट, सुखद, आणि पुढचा शब्द आहे कोणता पहा, पोलाइट वेज ऑफ रेफरिंग टू पीपल. पोलाइट वेज, सुसंस्कृत शब्द. शारीरिक आणि मानसिकदृष्ट्या अपंगत्व असलेल्या लोकांसाठी काही सुखद व सुसंस्कृत शब्द वापरले जातात आणि ते शब्द तुम्ही या पुढे दिलेल्या तक्त्याच्या स्वरूपात तुम्ही हे पूर्ण करा म्हणून सांगितलेलं आहे. पहा की प्रिव्हियसली न्यू पोलाइट टर्म्स पहा की व्हिज्युअली चॅलेंज्ड असं आता म्हटलं जातं, पण प्रिव्हियसली यूज टर्म होती त्याला ब्लाइंड. ओके, ब्लाइंड असा शब्द वापरला जायचा. पहा पुन्हा एकदा, पेडेंशन, प्रिव्हियसली यूज टर्म्स अँड न्यू पोलाइट वेज. काय सांगितलेत पहा, व्हिज्युअली चॅलेंज्ड हा जो आत्ता सध्या वापरला जाणारा जो शब्द आहे, व्हिज्युअली चॅलेंज्ड एक सुसंस्कृत शब्द आहे. तर पूर्वीच्या काळी यासाठी ब्लाइंड असा शब्द वापरला जायचा. नेक्स्ट, डीप. प्रिव्हियसली यूज टर्म डीप आहे, तर आता आपण त्याला हिअरिंग इम्पेयर्ड असा शब्द आपण वापरणार. हिअरिंग इम्पेयर्ड. नेक्स्ट, थर्ड वन, स्पीच इम्पेयर्ड असं जर असेल, स्पीच बोलण्यासंबंधी, तर पूर्वी त्याला डम असा शब्द वापरला जायचा. DUMB, डम. नाव नेक्स्ट वन, मॅड. मॅडसाठी आता सुसंस्कृत शब्द न्यू पोलाइट टर्म आहे, मेंटली इल. अँड नेक्स्ट वन, लेम. लेमसाठी फिजिकली हँडिकॅप्ड असा शब्द आता सध्या वापरला जातो, फिजिकली हँडिकॅप्ड. सो पे अटेन्शन वन्स अगेन. Previously used term and new polite terms that are blind, visually challenged, deaf, hearing impaired, dumb, speech impaired, mad, mentally ill, and lame, physically handicapped. अशा पद्धतीनं पूर्वी वापरले जाणाऱ्या शब्दांना आता हे नवीन सुसंस्कृत सुखद शब्द हे वापरले जातात. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पहा काय आपणासाठी दिलेला आहे. सेकंड क्वेश्चन, रीड द बिगिनिंग अँड कम्प्लीट द स्टोरी इन युअर ओन वर्ड्स. रीड द बिगिनिंग अँड कम्प्लीट द स्टोरी इन युअर ओन वर्ड्स. गोष्टीची सुरुवात वाचा व ती तुमच्या शब्दात पूर्ण करा. व्हॉट इज द स्टार्ट. काय पहा सुरुवात दिलेली आहे या ठिकाणी, सुमित. the son of a shoemaker, was a highly intelligent student in a municipal school. His maths teacher called him Einstein, for he was brilliant in maths. He loved maths. Sumit wanted to study further after SSC. However, he suffered from polio and dot dot dot. Now, continue the story with a favorable and positive ending. ओके फ्रेंड्स, अशी आपल्याला या कथेची सुरुवात दिलेली आहे आणि एक फेवरेबल पॉझिटिव्ह एंड करून आपल्याला या कथेचा शेवट करायचा आहे आणि आपल्या भाषेत ही कथा तुम्ही लिहू शकता, सांगू शकता. आपण कथेची सुरुवात करूया. फार तर आपण टायटल असं देऊ आहे की डिफाईंग ऑड्स. सुमित, द सन ऑफ अ शूमेकर, was a highly intelligent student in a municipal school. His maths teacher called him Einstein, for he was brilliant in maths. He loved maths. Sumit wanted to study further after SSC. However, he suffered from polio and had no other choice but give up on his desire to study further. So he spent all day helping his father mend shoes. But his quest for knowledge didn't allow him to give up all his education. So he began staying up at nights to study. His routine of mending shoes during the day and studying at night continued for years and years. Today, Sumit is a successful person. He is a successful person. He even runs a school for all the kids who want to learn but can't afford an education. So, even though Sumit faced the problems of giving up his education, he defied all odds and continued studying. It is because of this attitude that he is successful in his life today. In this way, we will write the favorable ending and positive ending story. Or we will say the another story that may be fortune favors a man with courage. Sumit, the son of a shoemaker, was a highly intelligent student in a municipal school. His maths teacher called him Einstein, for he was brilliant in maths. He loved maths. Sumit wanted to study further after SSC. However, he suffered from polio and the disease completely paralyzed his legs and made him disabled. In spite of being handicapped, his love for mathematics did not deter him from continuing his further study. Sumit joined a night's college. He was confined to a wheelchair, though. He displayed extraordinary courage and completed his graduation in maths. His professors encouraged him to do research in the subject for his PhD during the period. He accepted and appeared for Indian Administrative Service for and stood first among all the candidates. Sumit longed for more and more. Fortune favors the brave. He received a scholarship of ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and soon he was appointed there as a junior scientist. At the age of 35, Sumit became a renowned scientist. His determination and valor reached him there even when he was facing the cruel calamity. What a wonderful thing is courage. In this way, Now I have told you the two stories. In the first story, the Sumit who has completed his study with helping his father at daytime, and at night time he studied further year and year, and after that he had uh, just made a school for the students who has not afford the education. And in the second story, um, who has the Sumit who has worked very hard, studied at night time, and with the help of their professors, he has very brilliant, and also he has became the junior scientist in ISRO. In this way, all of you must write down the story of their own. Read this beginning and complete the story in your own words, and but you must write down a favorable or positive ending of each and every story of the story. Okay, friends. Okay, in this way we have completed the warming up and chit chat session of 2.4 and epitome of courage. Okay, friends, all of you write down all these activities in your notebook and read more and more. Okay, friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.